we don't have any news for the upcoming centenary special or anything new to announce for the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who, we still have a lot of stuff happening outside of the TV show. So we're going to rapid fire our way through a bunch of Doctor Who stories from the past couple of weeks. So firstly, we've got this Doctor Who and the Daleks Illustrated Edition. So David Whittaker wrote a novelisation of Doctor Who and the Daleks years ago, Target novelisation. This was back in 1964, which is the year after the story was broadcast and the year after the show began. David Whittaker was the the story editor for Doctor Who at the time. So he wrote a Doctor Who Daleks novelisation back then. And now it's getting a re-release from the BBC, but it's an illustrated edition. So here's the press release here, or here's some statements from it. So for the original story, its rich style and depth of characterization helped set the bar for the hundreds of Doctor Who novels and novelizations that followed. Now BBC Books is delighted to be publishing an edition of Whittaker's classic that brings a visual element to match his peerless text, with lavish illustrations by acclaimed comic book artist Robert Hack. Adapted from Terry Nation's first Dalek story, Doctor Who and the Daleks sees Ian Chester Drawes and Barbara Wright caught up in the flight through time and space of the mysterious Doctor and his granddaughter Susan. They travel in the TARDIS to the planet Skaro, where they strive to save the peace-loving Thals from the evil intentions of the hideous Daleks. Can they succeed, and if they do, will Ian and Barbara ever see their native Earth? This is the ultimate edition of an iconic novel, a deluxe volume that embraces both proud tradition and modern innovation to present the drama of a Dalek dystopia as you've never seen it before. So here's the cover here, looking absolutely brilliant. There's also an introduction by Neil Gaiman for this illustrated version as well. Doctor and the Daleks by David Whittaker. I love this cover with the Hartnell Doctor being surrounded by these Daleks. Susan's in the background there. That looks really, really cool. So this comes out on November 3rd and is available as a pre-order now in hardback edition. It's a bit of an expensive purchase, but if you want the novelisation Doctor and the Daleks with illustrations, you've got some options here. This looks really, really cool. I'd need to maybe get my hands on it to see if it's maybe worth picking up, but it's kind of mad that you've got this nearly 60-year story from TV that is now getting like a redone full illustrated version. I think it's absolutely mad. It kind of shows the staying power of Doctor Who. Love it very much. It's also not the only thing getting an illustrated collection. We've got the Daleks, the Ultimate Comic Strip Collection. This is going to be a anthology. This is going to be like an omnibus edition from the Doctor Who magazine comic strips, coming from Panini Comics. They proudly present the first volume of Dalek stories taken from Doctor Who magazine's 40 years of award-winning comic strips. The collection begins with the first ever Dalek strip in what was then Doctor Who Weekly's first issue, and continues right through to Doctor Who magazine yearbooks of the 1990s. So, this is the complete list. The Return of the Daleks, Absalom Dark, Dalek Killer, Star Tigers, Doctor Who and the Dogs of Doom, Nemesis of the Daleks, and Metamorphosis. So this is Daleks, the Ultimate Comic Strip Collection. This comes out on the 1st of October from Panini, and its RRP is $19.99. It's from these comic strips where you got this really cool gold Emperor Dalek here, and that's where it comes from. So we've got that coming out. We've also got the 13th Doctor 2023 Square Wall Calendar coming out as well from Calendar Club. I think that's the company, isn't it? No, it's Danilo. So we've got this calendar coming from Danilo. This calendar will mark the greatest adventures of the 13th Doctor, played by Jodie Whittaker, with stunning images on each monthly page. And also there's a few images here which are exclusive to this calendar. We've got some images here which, according to Doctor Who Twitter, which keeps a very close eye on these things, these are images that have never been released to the public for the first time, or some of them are at least. And I'm glad that they've just thought, there's 13 Doctors now, more if you include John Hurt and Joe Martin. How on earth do we do a 12-month calendar? Let's just put one Doctor on it. Let's just save all the arguments and save all of the faff. So this is a 13th Doctor calendar for the year 2023. Next up, we've got Doctor Who magazine releasing a guest stars special edition issue of their magazine. Pre-order it now from panini.co.uk. This comes out in a couple of days' time from the time of doing the live stream. There's like 100 actors, guest stars who stole the show on the cover here. We've got Kylie Minogue from Voyage of the Damned. We've got Timothy Dalton from The End of Time. And we've got, what's her name? She plays Oh my god, why am I drawing a blank? Daleks Master Plan. Sarah Kingdom, of course, thank you. Thank you, chat. So this is Gene Marsh's Sarah Kingdom in the Daleks Master Plan. So yeah, you can get this on Panini. It comes out in a couple of days' time. Next, the big one. We've got, finally, details on the Abominable Snowmen home media release for the animated version, which is coming out on September 5th. And I think it's like a day or two before, it's the BFI screening. There's normally like a couple of weeks gap between the BFI screening and the home media release, but this time, nope. We have the cover art and the special features revealed for Doctor Who, the Abominable Snowmen. So we've got Patrick Troughton here in his fur coat holding the orb, and these two mad lads in the background as well surrounding him. Most of the original 1967 master recordings of the six-part adventure, The Abominable Snowmen, were lost soon after the programme's original transmission. However, audio-only recordings of all the episodes have survived and have been used here to create 6 newly animated presentations of this lost classic, as well as the one surviving segment, Episode 2. We got this teaser trailer back in November, so it's going to be like 10 months between announcement and getting its official release. We also have the Steelbook here as well, which is available to pre-order on Zavvi. I've got an affiliate link in the description below if you wanted to use that to pre-order Doctor Who, The Abominable Snowmen on Steelbook or on Blu-ray. Like I said, I've already pre-ordered this for the collection, and I think it looks absolutely beautiful. So, the features, we've got episodes 1 to 6 in black and white animated, episodes 1 to 6 animated colour, the restored surviving episode 2, photograph reconstructions of 1, 3, 4, 5 and 6, a making of documentary, audio commentaries, 8mm home footage, 8mm home movie footage, archive interview with writer Mervyn Haseman, photo gallery, teaser trailer, which will just be this, and also PDF ROM content. So you can pre-order this on Amazon, Rare Waves, HMV, Zavvi in the UK, Amazon in the US and Canada from JB, Amazon and Sanity in Australia. Like I said, Zavvi, I've got an affiliate link, but of course it's completely up to you where you pre-order it from. Tonks Moriarty, when is this out? I can hope to slot this into my watch through on the Web Planet at the moment. The 5th of September. This comes out on the 5th of September, but it does get a screening at the BFI in London a couple of days before. Tickets have already come and gone for those. I will be at the BFI screening at the beginning of September, along with many other people from the WhoTuber and Docky Who Twitter community. So you'll be able to find me there. So come and say hello if you are so inclined, and if not, that's fine. Dr. Van J, will they have improved the episode 2 audio fix again this time? No idea. Not a clue. I don't even know that if there is an issue with the part 2 audio because I've never watched it myself. So let's get to the big finish side of Doctor Who news. River Song has got a new box set out. However, I have not yet listened to it. It came out like a couple of days ago. I've just not had time to listen to it yet. But this is the next box set, which is coming out in January 2023. It's called The Diary of River Song, Friend of the Family by Tim Foley. This is a 4-part epic story written solely by Tim Foley, something that is not typical of these River Song box sets where it is 3 or 4 standalone stories. This is one big 4-part epic. It's described on the Big Finish website in a 4-hour epic multi-generational family saga, written by Tim Foley. Alex Kingston stars as the time-travelling archaeologist haunting an unusual house. So River Song decides to investigate a temporal anomaly after a lunar university expedition makes some odd discoveries in an old Earth house, pages of her own diary with an inscrutable riddle written across them. However, her investigation goes badly wrong when she is transported back into the past of the house and gets trapped within its grounds. The house is the home of the Mortimers, and with a limited ability to travel back and forth in time across 80 years and multiple generations, she finds herself witnessing key moments in their family history. If she wants to escape, the words in her diary are not the only riddle she has to solve, but not everyone in the house will survive what's coming, and not everyone is on her side. So you can pre-order this, either a collector's edition CD box set or download only, exclusively from the Big Finish website. This comes out in January 2023. Next up, we also have details for the next War Master set. He recently encountered the 10th Doctor, but he does have another box set coming out in 2022, in December specifically, crossover set of adventures. As the War Master continues to escape the Daleks from the Time War, escape from reality. As first glimpsed 15 years ago, Derek Jacobi returns to the Time War incarnation of the Master in 4 action-packed full cast audio dramas. While on the run, War Master encounters Greek mythological figures and famous literary characters from the works of Hans Christian Andersen, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, and Oscar Wilde. As the Master moves through each fictitious world, chaos follows. The War Master Escape from Reality is available to pre-order now. So, you got Medusa, Perseus, Zeus, Andromeda, Sherlock Holmes, voiced by Nicholas Briggs, Dr. John Watson, as previously as Outlander and Sedition actor Alexander Vallejos guest stars as Dorian Gray. So, pursued by a squadron of Dalek assault ships, the Master's only hope is to abandon the space-time vortex and flee into an altogether different reality, a realm of fiction. Four action-packed adventures in this box set are The Wrath of Medusa, The Shadow Master, The Adventures of the Deceased Doctor, and The Master of Dorian Gray. You can pre-order this either in a CD box collection or a digital download from the Big Finish website. This comes out in December. This really interesting news, a brand new series of full cast audio adventures featuring characters in the Doctor Who spin-off The Sarah Jane Adventures is due for release from Big Finish Productions. The headline, Anjali Mahindra returns as Rani. Rani Chandra is back. She's got her own spin-off series. Anjali Mahindra stars in Rani Takes on the World, set 15 years after the Sarah Jane Adventures first aired on TV. Interestingly, the groundwork for this was set up in a release from a couple of months ago, the 8th of March 2, Protectors of Time, when Rani teams up with Jo Grant, played by Katie Manning, in this box set. So, yeah, the groundwork here has already been laid. We've got 3 stories here. Rani Takes on the World, Beyond Bannerman Road, released in April 2023. We've got 3 adventures. Here Today by Joseph Lidster, friend of the livestream, Destination Wedding by James Goss, and The Witching Tree by Lizzie Hopley. We also have Clyde Langer from the Sarah Jane Adventures returning as well. He's going to be in the 1st and 3rd story. That's Daniel Anthony. He's going to be returning as Clyde Langer for this box set. And Mina Anwar is back as Rani's mum, Geeta Chandra. So, they're really getting the family back together for this one. So, you can pre-order this from Big Finish, either as a box set or as a digital download. Volume 2 is also going to be coming out in December 2023, so we've got 2 Rani box sets coming out. I'm kind of surprised that even though Clyde Langer is he's not in the 2nd one, but he's still in 2 of the 3, that it's not something like just back to Bannerman Road or something. It is Rani Takes on the World. Not really sure why she has the full title, as in it's her name on the front but not Clyde. Rob says no Tommy Knight. Apparently not. No, that seems like something that you'd say up front, but maybe not. He did return for that Goodbye Sarah Jane lockdown story, but that might be for the sequel, which comes out next December. And lastly, in terms of Big Finish news, we've got a kaleidoscopic adventure with the 3rd Doctor, journey to the 3rd Doctor's era of psychedelic fashion, bouffant hair, and 1970s gadgetry in an action-packed full-cast audio drama, due for release in October 2022. Tim Treloar returns as the dapper 3rd Doctor, originated on television by Jon Pertwee in a colourful Season 11 adventure alongside Sadie Miller as Sarah Jane Smith and John Coleshaw as Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart. In the 6-part tale, so it's going to be a big epic one, written by Alan Barnes, an iconic TARDIS team encounter an alien space messiah known as Kaleidoscope, played by classically trained actor Garen Howell in his Big Finish debut. Plus, for the first time in an audio drama, the Doctor will take to the road in the Whomobile, the silver flying car which belonged in real life to Jon Pertwee himself. So this comes out later on in the year, is available for pre-order as a collector's edition CD or for digital download on the Big Finish website. So with this being the follow-up to the Annihilators, they really are just going for these epic 6 or 7 part 3rd Doctor unit stories, which is really cool. But yeah, so the Whomobile is back as well. This looks fun. This does look like the most Gerry Anderson cover to ever have no affiliation with Gerry Anderson, but I'm all here for it. So yes, Tim Treloar, Sadie Miller, and John Coleshaw returning as the 3rd Doctor, Sarah Jane Smith, and the Brigadier respectively. So yeah, looking forward to that. The Annihilators was really, really good. I do like what they've been doing with the 3rd Doctor set recently. I think they've been doing really, really strong work with the 3rd Doctor and Big Finish. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be checking this one out.